Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. Was it anger or agreement? A lot of people are asking, they want to hear because of the speculation that is going on all over the place in the palace and all of that. Okay. Now, a lot of people are saying Naomi got angry and left, and there's this speculation that Kabiyesi had to beg her with $30,000 to, bring her mind down. Well, it's understandable if that is it, but I don't know. They said that she was very upset because of the Orimiyan staff brouhaha that happened, okay? So she decided to just leave. That she had decided not to go anymore, but because of this drama that happened, she just had to leave, okay? That's what a lot of people are saying. That's the information we are getting from left, right, and center. But I don't know. Well, from what we are hearing, they say her decision to leave the mansion, following the Rumayan staff drama has sparked a fury of rumor, with some suggesting that her departure was driven by anger, while others speculate it was an agreement made with the Ooni of Ife. To understand the true reason behind the decision, it's important to dive deeper into the event that led up to this moment and the dynamics at play within the palace. The Orimiyan staff drama was an event that captured the attention of many, both inside and outside the palace. Orimiyan, who, of course, was the staff, as in the two items that was left for her full moon ritual. And they now got that staff. And this group of elders from Ede Road came out and started making a lot of problems, saying that the staff was not the true staff, that Oni is trying to favor Olori Naomi to expedite her reinstatement and blah, blah, blah. It was a whole lot that happened. And now you do know that a lot of people feel like, okay, if I were in Queen Naomi's shoe, I'll get frustrated because Ooni of Ife has the power to change all of this. Why is he not changing it? And that's the same reason why I continue to tell you that, we might just think that Kabiyesi has a lot of power to do so much. Now, we also need to understand that he is king, and they are king makers. There are people who made him king, and so sometimes it's not as easy as we think it is. Yes, it is true that that confusion was really much. Like, it was too much for Olori Naomi. It's almost like every time they try to do something, it's like the forces against, the progress of whatever she wants to do with the Ooni of Ife is usually very, very huge. And as a young woman, who would not feel bad? Who wouldn't feel bad? They did everything. The father was there. Last week, people cooked. A lot of things happened. And at the end of the day, for these people to come up and begin to say this thing, I think it was very hurtful. Okay? Yes, it was very hurtful. It was clear that she felt deeply unsettled by the event that unfolded. While some might assume that her departure was a result of anger, it was more of strategic decision to step away from the chaos that had engulfed, everything. Queen Naomi, who has always carried herself with grace and wisdom, recognized that her presence in the midst of that drama would only add fuel to fire. She knew that to maintain her peace and to prevent further escalation, it was best to temporarily distance herself. And from what we are hearing, she said she needed to clear her head. And they said that was exactly what she said to the Ooni of Ife when, the Ooni of Ife initially was skeptical about her just leaving at a time like this. However, the suggestion that Queen Naomi left in anger doesn't fully capture the essence of her decision. Anger would imply a loss of control or a reactionary move. But in the case, Queen Naomi's decision to leave was rooted in clarity and a sense of responsibility. It was a move to preserve both her mental and emotional well-being in the face of a growing storm that was not of her making. She knew that stepping away would allow the dust to settle, giving everyone the space to cool off and reflect. And besides, Queen Naomi is somebody who doesn't play with God. No matter what happens, even when she was at peace with the Ooni of Ife right there in the palace, we saw the things that she was doing. I've been following Queen Naomi like from the very date they got married to her. Yes. Then Ooni of Ife, since they installed Ooni of Ife from 2016, I've been following Ooni of Ife, okay? Even when Kabiyesi married Wurola, I was following, okay? And then Queen Naomi came to the life of Kabiyesi, I was following. I just fell in love with that girl from the day that she was married. In fact, when people started running their mouth that time that she said she's a Christian, why was she stepping on that thing that looked like blood, that kind of wood? I did a video at that time when Naomi just married Ooni of Ife. And so for anyone to say that she left out of anger, I don't think so, okay? Naomi is a woman that loved God so much. Even when she was in peace with the Ooni of Ife in the palace, you saw that her programs did not stop. Her programs did not reduce. She was having crusade upon crusade upon crusade upon crusade. Marrying the Ooni of Ife even, propelled her to even do more for God, okay? That's the kind of person Olori Naomi is. Now, on the other hand, the idea that Queen Naomi left as part of an agreement with the Ooni of Ife holds a great deal of truth. From what we are hearing, the Ooni's understanding the gravity of the situation and the impact it was having on Queen Naomi supported her decision to leave temporarily. This was not a sign of weakness or discord between the couple, but rather a reflection of their mutual respect and understanding. The Ooni of Ife, in his wisdom, knew that in order to protect their relationship and Queen Naomi's well-being, it was crucial to give her the space she needed to process the event. This was not about a breakdown in their marriage, but a sign of their unwavering commitment to one another, even in difficult times. Remember, recently they started forcing one girl again on the Ooni of Ife. Queen Naomi says he wants to get married to the girl. He should go ahead and get married. Queen Naomi doesn't have a problem with the Ooni of Ife anymore. With age comes responsibility. She has grown and she has more understanding of events right now. I do believe that if this thing that happened, if it is now in the palace, Queen Naomi would never have left, even though we heard that they forcefully pushed her out of the palace, okay? I think her decision would have been different. The decision for Queen Naomi to move was not impulsive. It was a decision that had been carefully considered with the understanding that it would allow the tension to ease, not just for her, but for the entire people, while, they focus on getting the remaining item, because of course, they are all aware that everything is true, right? That the staff of Orimiyan is true. They have proven it because those people backed down. They started begging Ooni of Ife. They said they never meant it. They never meant what they said and all of that. The other two said they were following the other ones and all of that, so they won't be perceived weak. And so that stuff stands. It's remaining only one item for the ritual. And the ritual is on the 21st. And so Queen Naomi is going and coming back, okay? And they said this is what happened. It's important to know that Queen Naomi, departure also, is a recognition of her role in the broader narrative of the palace. As the Ooni of Ife's wife, her action are, often, closely attached, and she is expected to maintain a level of dignity that reflects well on the palace, okay? By leaving, she sent a message that she would not be drawn into the drama or allow herself to be part of a situation that could harm her reputation or the reputation of the Ooni of Ife. And so she needed to go clear her head, do what she knows how to do best, preach the gospel, share the gospel, and, marry with others, because she's been through so much already. Queen Naomi was the same woman who went through that drama in December and all of that. So if she needs a retreat, she needs a retreat. If she needs to hang out with women who believe the same way she believes, she needs it. And they say Kabiyesi supported. So this drama that she got angry and all of that, well, we do not think it is true. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact. So basically, I have, told you that that may just be another speculation.